Hi everybody. In this video we're going to learn the difference between keyIsPressed and keyPressed. We are going to compare them in two tests. In the first test we are going to compare them as standalone functions. So we're going to compare the keyIsPressed function against the keyPressed function. If the keyIsPressed function works, it will print keyIsPressed works in the console. If keyPressed works, then it's going to print keyPressed yeah in the console. So let's try it out. So I'm going to press a key. There. So the keyPressed function worked and the keyIsPressed function did not work. Now why is that? keyPressed is a standalone function. keyPressed will work whenever a key is pressed on the keyboard. You don't need to call it. You don't need to tell something to go to the keyPressed function. This will work all by itself whenever a key is pressed. keyIsPressed is not like that. You need to add more to it to get it to work. So let's compare them in a different way. Okay, now we're going to compare keyIsPressed and keyPressed in the draw function as if statements. So if key is pressed, then it's going to print this works in the console. And if keyPressed works, it's going to print this also works in the console. So if keyIsPressed is true, this will happen. And if keyPressed is true, then this will happen. So let's try this test. Okay, so we have got an error already. It says keyPressed is not defined, keyPressed. So using keyPressed in an if statement will not work because keyPressed is a function already. So I'm going to gray this out here so we don't get that error by using backslash and asterisk around it. Now we'll just see if the keyIsPressed works by pressing a key. And it does work. So keyIsPressed is not a standalone function. It's just checking to see if it's true. So if keyIsPressed is true, when I press a key, then it's going to print anything inside of this if statement. So that is the difference between keyIsPressed and keyPressed.